My bad, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Hey there, besties. Where's my earpiece? You already know. Shout out to TLA. Struggle streaming already, child. Testing. 012, 012, 012, 012. I like to introduce myself. My name is Bismarcky. Well, I'm the human orchestra called Bismarcky. Making music orally is my specialty. Psych. Hey there, besties. What's going on a Tuesday? Shout out to Norbit. Shout out to all of y'all. Please make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. Yes, we have the microphone today because I know it's going to piss a lot of people off. And that's what I'm here for today, okay? Because you know what, y'all? I just think it is so funny how people think that what they think matter to anybody, but let alone to me, right? So hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. We're getting right into it. I wasn't sure if I was going to do 6 or 6:30 because I'm tired. I had to go to work today, and I had to work. Child, I had to go to work today, and I had to work. And that's just crazy, okay? So I'm tired, but I'm here, right? Hopefully tomorrow will be ARP. Hopefully he'll be back. And I'll be doing that panel tomorrow. But if not, I still might do a small stream before I do his stream if he's on, because he doesn't come on until 9 EST. Oh, I'm disappearing out the shot. I'm gonna get a chair. The chair is on its way. I'm getting a new chair. So it'll be here Friday. Now, how soon that bitch will be put together, that's something different. But this chair that I have has been here since the pandemic started, and it ain't been right since I got it. So I'm getting a chair, and it'll be here on Friday. Shout out to y'all for everything that you do to help me to be able to improve things around here. All right? But so yeah. So shout out to those that be keeping me in the know. So I ain't out nobody. If
this anybody is amazing.
And if anybody, wants to out themselves, they can out themselves, right? But I got a message last night that Angry Man was on, and it was a whole ass panel over there, child, of a bunch of niggas that I don't really know. I do know the one. His name is Will. I forget what his screen name is because he be around here sometimes, right? I didn't know that was his name till last night. But child, Angry Man had went on, I believe, to say, you niggas got to move on from this Anton stuff. I feel like that was the initial reason for the live stream, child. And then I woke up in the middle of the night, it was still going. And I woke up another time in the middle of the night, it was still going. I like that, though, where I can roll over, even though I shouldn't turn on the phone or look at the phone and then see what's going on, right? So they was up there, they was wild, and I'm in the middle of talking. No, I'm talking. You interrupt me, I didn't interrupt you. But somehow, some way, my name gets mentioned yet again, which is the reason why somebody reached out to me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Y'all, leave me alone. Child, you would think that I was Anton's fucking wife. Why are y'all bringing me into this shit? I ain't got nothing to do with it. Well, they mentioned me because the sentiment was it's all for the clout, right? And of course, it's enough people in the comments that's saying that bullshit. Like, keep commenting, child. Keep watching the videos and commenting. I don't care about y'all. But all these people over here talking about, well, Messi did it. What'd I do? Well, Messi doing it, she clout chasing. Is that what it is? Is it clout chasing? I'm like, do y'all listen to the videos that I make? Do y'all listen? I don't think people be listening. I really don't think people be listening. I'd be like, child, this from the beginning. Didn't I say this is about the kid? I mean, yeah, Corey Anton, we did it that night. Pause. And then it's like, no, he didn't do this for this kid, to this kid, right? And they was like, F Anton. Anton said this. Anton said that. And that's how we got to, but Anton said, because Anton said, okay. So everything is magically okay no matter what people do because Anton said, right? Fine. It went on. It went on. Corey said what he said, whatever he said. Child. I don't even remember what the next thing he said because I'm just so lost. I'm just getting back here, getting reacclimated to all this bullshit. And then you know what happened to that first bitch ass ninja rolling up over there trying to support his punk ass, and then here he come with the I'm not talking about my sis while talking about me. Then all of a sudden it's like, you fuck that nigga. So if I defend myself, then that's me clout chasing now. So I'm supposed to let all you niggas just say whatever the fuck you want with regard to me, and I'm just supposed to let it happen, right? I'm just supposed to just sit here, I guess like a 1940s, 30s wife. I'm not married to you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers don't mean shit to me. I don't know you niggas. I don't owe you niggas. I ain't giving in there none of you niggas. And I don't care about your thoughts and feelings with regard to Anton. Don't like that nigga. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn. Don't like Corey. I promise you, I don't give a damn. I don't know that man. Child, if I wasn't on YouTube, I wouldn't know who the fuck Corey Holcomb is. I don't know that nigga. That's why I'm like, I don't know what he was in. I'm not interested in comedians. I don't go to comedy shows. It's nothing I'd ever been interested in. Child, y'all the ones that be like, oh, you so funny, child. I'm not interested in being a comedian. I don't watch that thing on MTV, child. I don't even know what it's called. I don't be watching comedians on Instagram. I don't be watching I don't. The last comedian I watched we went to Lincoln Financial Field to watch Kevin Hart umpteenth years ago. I don't do comedians. I don't know that nigga. I know him now from You Damn Too. But y'all, the amount of niggas that got my name in their mouth and I don't even know their real motherfucking names is ridiculous. But somehow, some way, I got something to do with that shit. You motherfuckers using the video where Anton pulled the fuck up, but then you want to talk about me? Anton pulled the fuck up. Anton pulled up. Why are y'all mad about that? Why does that mean anything to y'all? Y'all over here wilding the fuck out, telling me that I didn't do something right. I did something wrong. Fuck y'all. Y'all go contact his ass and go ask him whatever the fuck you want. How about that? Why don't y'all send him an email? Text that bitch. No shade, Anton. Text that nigga, okay? Get him on the main line. Send him a super chat when he on in the morning or in the evening. That nigga always on YouTube. It ain't like you can't find him. And most of y'all already know him and you probably know his number. Fucking call him. Text him. Send a fucking pigeon. I don't know. But then none of that shit got shit to do with me. Y'all trying to prolong the shit and you're trying to sit up here and make it into something. He went and talked to somebody else. Go fucking bother that nigga. You know what I hear? Oh yeah, he got a right to talk about Anton, the other person that he fucking that Anton went to and had an interview with. I'm not doing that shit. What I need to do it for? I didn't already talk to him. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I already knew how Anton was. He came here. I let him talk. What I'm supposed to do? Attack him over shit that y'all got a problem with him for? I don't have a problem with him. I don't give a damn about Fleece fucking Johnson. Y'all so fucking triggered by Fleece Johnson. Y'all,
it's amazing.
Y'all call Fleece Johnson. I promise you, he probably got contact information and y'all go talk to him. How about that? Actually, you should go. That's what I'm suggesting that y'all do. You can go talk to him about Anton and find out all this stuff that you're allegedly saying about Anton. Because y'all know everything. So you want to drag me?
It's amazing.
So you want to drag me into this shit because why now? And then when I do these fucking videos, like for Harambe's motherfucking father, that ugly nigga that made another video. You think I'm going to go watch it? And I'm not, sir, because I know you here listening. I will not give your ugly ass no more attention. Child, go to a mall And at minimum, go to JCPenney's and buy yourself some better clothes. Stay out of the Goodwill. Stay out of Family Dollar. No shade for people that got to go there. But that nigga with all that talking about I'm ugly when he looked like Harambe, nigga, go to a mall, go to JCPenney's at minimum and find yourself a decent shirt, okay? Because that shit is as old as me. 50 fucking 4. That shirt, that couch, them curtains, that room, that ceiling fan, nigga, you probably should shut the fuck up. That nigga still talking. I don't know about Frigidaire, but what I do know about Frigidaire, that nigga ain't say nothing to trend to this day. That nigga ain't said nothing back to trend to this fucking moment right now, bitch ass. This the bitch ass nigga that's using my fucking video when y'all out there talking about I'm clout chasing. Did y'all know?
It's amazing.
Did y'all see that nigga that y'all said, oh, I understand why Frigidaire doing it. I understand why Frigidaire is doing it. I don't know about these relationships. I don't talk to these motherfuckers like that. So it's okay for the Frigidaire to tell people while I'm looking right at this fucking stream using my video to tell them to flag my fucking channel. So y'all all good with that shit? So y'all all good with that shit? While you talking about I'm clout chasing, I gotta defend myself against bitch ass niggas like all of y'all. Especially that Frigidaire one. All that fucking smoke that he was still talking shit while he was over there talking to O'Shea and you ain't say nothing to trend yet. Not a damn thing. You punk ass bitch. I said that. I meant that. Then that other nigga over there talking cash shit about me and what the fuck I look like. Niggas, don't come here. Niggas, don't come here. Don't watch this shit. Don't be subscribed to this shit. I'm the fucking ops, according to that other nigga. Me, I conspired 4 years ago for this day, or yesterday, or whatever day it was, to conspire for Anton. You niggas are obsessed with Anton. I've already been listening to Anton. I don't have a problem with that nigga. He ain't do shit to me. Whatever the fuck that nigga did to you, go take it out with that nigga. Leave me the fuck out of it. I don't understand what the fuck is going on. I am not in this shit. But you motherfuckers think, while you sitting up here talking mad shit about me, that I'm supposed to just sit here and be like, that's okay. You don't know. Fuck y'all. Every single last one of you motherfuckers, you heard? I don't give a shit about none of y'all. None of y'all. And if you got all this shit to say about me, that's y'all paying attention to me. I don't even know most of you motherfuckers. That's why you tagging me and shit. You want me to know you. You want me to come say something and say your fucking names. Fuck all of y'all, you heard? All of y'all. Y'all the ones that are making this shit be fucking prolonged. Because you ain't got shit else to fucking talk about. We can talk about bitches. We can talk about evictions. We can talk about food stamps. Child, we could talk about Anton. We could talk about Corey. We could talk about Don fucked up Lemon. We can talk about Minna Soda. We can talk about Donald fucking Trump. You motherfuckers are the ones that are obsessed with Anton. That's why he said that shit yesterday. You're one of his 101 fucking Dalmatians. Woof, woof. He said that shit. Go talk to him about that shit. He the one out here talking about y'all. I'm talking about y'all because y'all can't keep my fucking name out your mouth. Keep my fucking name out your mouth. Cause I ain't nobody. I ain't shit. I'm ugly. I'm a man. I'm a white supremacist. I'm a pick me mammy. Child, add all the fucking names, child. I don't give a fuck. But don't be sitting up here saying no shit about I'm fucking clout chasing. Tell these niggas to keep my name out their fucking mouth. Cause if that's all you got, you really down bad if you sitting up here talking about me. Including you motherfuckers in the comments. Fuck y'all too. Okay? Because it's only black people. I'm saying it, I mean that shit. Y'all the only motherfuckers that pocket watch while y'all ain't got shit. And that's why we gonna look at this fucking eviction today. Because how many times do I tell ya colors, shout out to everybody that's here, talking to the blacks, the ebonies, the African Americans, the FBAs, the chocolates, child, whatever the fuck name y'all want to be called today, that y'all, and yes, that includes me, be at the bottom of fucking list and ain't got shit and don't gonna have the nerve to try to tell somebody else how to do shit. Y'all motherfuckers listening to millionaires that don't give a shit about you. You still ain't got shit. You still ain't gonna have shit. But you want to say it's white supremacy, discrimination, and racism, or it's my fault? Fuck y'all. Y'all mad that somebody's sitting up here on this damn legal ass app that y'all spend a lot of time on fucking entertaining and making money, and y'all hate that shit. That's why you really hate Anton at the end of the day. I ain't talking about the people that got personal beef with him because I don't know nothing about none of them. I'm talking about motherfuckers that is on every inch of anything that Anton says because y'all mad that that man is on a come up, was on a come up, came up, whatever the fuck you want to call it, from the time that he used to sit over there on a fucking panel with Lapeef. And for those that missed a opportunity to have him hung out with him because they was mad that they didn't call him when they had a fucking call, that's your motherfucking fault. Making a big deal out of shit. These are fucking alleged men carrying on about another nigga. So fucking concerned about what that man got going on. I don't give a shit. I ain't got shit to do with that. He ain't my nigga. Anyway, Anton said today, because that's right, I watch the Millionaire Morning Show when I can, and I watched that bitch today. And he was long-winded, child. Because again, if he got something that I can get to help me move forward so that I'm not like you bitches on the fucking internet dry begging, getting GoFundMes to fund your fucking life, begging the fucking government that you can't stand to give you fucking food stamps to make sure that you can get your fucking Section 8 because you know it's a way of life. That makes more sense. That's what Anton be talking about. But y'all don't want to hear that shit. Y'all worrying about all this personal shit that don't matter. I don't give a fuck about his personal life. I'm not married to him. I'm not his fucking girlfriend. I ain't on his fucking payroll. I don't give a shit about that. Give me the shit to make business better. That's what's wrong with colors. Let me take a step the fuck back for a second. That's what's wrong with most of you niggas. You don't know shit about business at the end of the fucking day. Y'all are the ones that'll be sitting up here talking about, oh, I can't go talk to him because he's racist. Child, fuck y'all. That's your dumbass fault. If you're going to limit yourself for when the fuck it is that you can have for the rest of your fucking life so that you can take care of you and your fucking family and be better off and not have to depend on the government, and you want to say some dumbass shit, but Anton said, or Donald Trump is president, you a dumb motherfucker. Fuck you. Stay where you at. I don't give a fuck. That's why I told y'all I gives nothing else to you selfish motherfuckers who you are showing and proving right now. I know what the fuck that I be talking about. I tell you what I don't know, and I tell you what I do know. And I told ya that these motherfuckers that's out here worrying about all these fucking benefits will never give back to anyone else. All they want to do is take. And you can see that now with these damn requirements to work 20 stupid ass hours a week or volunteer. And these motherfuckers are crashing the fuck out. Lazy motherfuckers. I said that. I meant that. That's 4 hours a day. And you can't even do that. But expect all of us to fucking give for them at Christmas, Thanksgiving, the new school year, child Easter, child Columbus fucking Day, June fucking 10th probably. Always want somebody to give. Then when they get that big ass earned income back from the fucking government that they can't stand, but they're gonna take that money. Can't stand them, I'm gonna take that money, right? Be broke in 60 days. Back on TikTok, fucking begging, opening up fucking GoFundMes. And you poor bitches think that I give a fuck about what you think? You're just trying to make money. Correct. Would it be better if I was begging on TikTok? I would never. My mother and father, did you hear what I say? My mother and father and stepfather raised me better than that. Not my fault that you couldn't get near none of that. And you don't want to listen, and you don't want to change, and you want to keep doing it your way? Do it your way, child. Burger King it the fuck up, all right? Be in the same spot, saying the same shit year after year after year, and whoever tells you it's due to white supremacy, discrimination, and racism, child, run the fuck with all that, okay? You allow millionaires to tell you that you can't do shit while they done came from the bottom, now they here telling you can't do it. Child, y'all motherfuckers listening to Don Lemonade tell y'all about how white men are the worst and white people are the worst while he goes and sleeps with one, you dumbasses. Is that, do you not see that? Do y'all not see that? The hypocrisy in these motherfuckers? Child, anyway, fuck them. I don't care. You like it, we love it. Shout out to Kofi, I appreciate you. Hold on a second. Thank you, boo. He said the House and the Senate agreed and voted against the microphone. I forgot for a moment. Thank you for the reminder. The microphone is here today. Thank you so much, Kofa. Thank you again. He said, fun fact about this. If you say messy 3 times in the mirror, the spirit of Michonne shows up with the microphone, 2 turntables and a microphone. We have to get karaoke going. I don't know when we're going to be able to do that. I know Queen is waiting. Shout out to Gen Z. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Romello, I appreciate you. Boo. He said, Messy, how much did you pay for rent in people's head? How much do you pay for rent in people's heads? Child, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Except I do know, because colors be coloring. We already know what it is. We done already said it many a damn time. Show and prove. I just thought men were supposed to be different. That's why I gotta be picky on who the fuck I know. All right. That's why I know you and Kofa and RB. And shout out to RB, and I appreciate you, boo. He said Anton is on the main line. Tell him what you want. You ought to call him up and tell him what you want. If you sick and can't get well, tell him what you want. Instead of Jesus on the main line, it's Anton. Praise the Lord, not Anton. That's hilarious. I know that song. We should all know that song. Black people should all know that song, okay? Especially if you're Generation Z. Anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate you. But yeah, so back to Anton, because yeah, we're going to talk about him. Because he was on this morning, and I'm barely paying attention. Like I said, I had to actually do some work in the office. And all of a sudden, he on the phone, because he always taking calls or calling somebody. He on the phone, and somebody's crying. I'm like, looking at the phone, like, what is going on? I was like, he just said the other day that he surrounds himself with women because men are 101 Dalmatians, something like that, he said. And I'm like, oh, shit, who's crying, child? I'm not going to say no names on who I thought it was, but, whatever. I went back to work, and then all of a sudden, it was sobbing. I'm like, what is going on? It seems that he called his daughter, or daughter called him, I'm not really sure. And she was bawling on the phone because of how kids are treating her in school. So she was crying, sniffing and snot and crying. And, it sounded crazy. I thought it was an adult, but he said it was her. And then, of course, he said nothing, actually, because I was just like, all of a sudden it was silence, and he cut the string. Wait. I saw you in the chat. He said, she called him. Oh, okay. So she called him. All right. I was working. I actually worked today. Just back to work after, actually, the whole month of January. All right, so she called him because of whatever, is going on in the school. And you know what? My concern from the beginning was this stuff as far as the kid is concerned. Because those two, they grown ass men. One's a content creator. One is a freaking famous comedian, right? So, whatever they do is what they do. But a lot of people, went ahead and took the opportunity to just make it about Anton. And I really was the only one initially saying, this is about the fucking kid. The rest of it, I don't give a shit about. But why are we going to bring kids into it? Especially minors, not even especially, but minors. None of y'all give a fuck about that. None of y'all cared about that. None of y'all worried about none of that till it's your fucking kid, I promise you. And I'm not wishing that on nobody, but let me tell you something. When it comes to fucking minors, especially when they just out here wilding because ain't nobody caring for them, they turn into gremlins, and we have to talk about you if you're a gremlin. You see all these different topics that we have around here? We don't have to use Anton for shit. So all you motherfuckers that think that, fuck you, okay? I said that, I meant that. We have plenty of things to talk about. Shout out to White People Wednesday. But don't nobody think about that shit for the future, right? I know nobody cares. You mess with a comedian, make all the excuses that you want. Make all the excuses that you fucking want. But that's why I don't give a shit. Meaning, I don't care who can't make it. I don't give a shit who having issues. I don't give a shit how hard it is. If you are not a veteran, disabled, or the elderly, you do not get a pass just because you had a bunch of fucking kids, okay? Y'all want to do it all on your own? Do it. Nobody you want to deal with motherfuckers that ain't shit, ain't never been shit, ain't never gonna be shit? Fuck them too, okay? You should help the community. The community, who should help the community? The community needs to help itself. But everybody want to make it a fucking pass. Everything is because of white people. Everything is because white supremacy. Everything is because of racism. Everything is because of redlining. Everything is for everything except for the motherfucker making the fucking choice. It's everybody and everything else is fault except for the motherfucker making the choice. I don't subscribe to that. Call it what the fuck you want. I don't give a damn. I don't care. I said it. I meant it. Don't let it be one of your fucking minor children. I bet you, child, it could be an adult, especially if it's a girl. I promise you, you're going to feel a different kind of fucking way if that should happen. And I'm not wishing it, and I'm not speaking it into existence. And then with y'all making them fucking excuses, you're going to have the nerve to talk about fucking clout chasing. Kiss the entire crack of my ass. Moving on. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to start with. Billy fucking Porter, because this nigga here, this might be nigga Tuesday, child. Hold on, let me find that shit. This motherfucker. I don't know why all these people think that they can tell other people what the fuck to do. Child, you can barely take care of your GD self while you're out here trying to think that you're going to tell other people what to do because you black, we black, they black, and everybody black, that your opinion is more important than, how do you motherfuckers think that you run some other adult's life? Child, which one of y'all is fucking me? Because I'm a little bit confused why you think you got some fucking say. Grow the fuck up. This nigga. Child, whatever happened the other day, Grammy, child, I don't know what the fuck, some award show was going on. They asked this nigga. Billy Porter speaks on Nicki Minaj trending all week. F her, when people show you who they are, believe them. Y'all love pulling these stupid ass quotes. Not a stupid quote. Y'all love pulling out these quotes when you feel like it, but then you ignore it when you need to look at the fucking quote. This nigga.
Speaking of this, we're on this topic because, Nicki Minaj has been trending, over her.
Fuck her. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. And all of them. Shame. No. The answer is no. And I don't care what that means.
Clearly.
I'm out. No.
Speaking of this, we're on this topic because, Nicki Minaj has been trending, over her.
Fuck her. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. And all of them. Shame. No. The answer is no. And I don't care what that means. I'm out. No.
Speaking of this.
No. Y'all know what's right. The people want their paper, right? He didn't pardon P. Diddy. Right? No. Y'all know what's right. The people want their paper, right? He didn't pardon P. Diddy.
Child, remember when this nigga was losing his house during the pandemic? Hold on a second. know GD well. I know GD well. I know GD well. I know GD well that this is not what I'm seeing. These are the motherfuckers that y'all be listening to. These are the motherfuckers that y'all be listening to. Because you know it comes down to she's racist, she's MAGA, like y'all out here acting like we don't have our own brains. I promise you, I need not near person that can hear my motherfucking voice to advise me on a GD thing. Not near nothing. But y'all will listen to this motherfucker. Racism, obicism, obic. And just like Don Lemonade, go home to the white man. Now, I know these people are divorced allegedly. Also, this nigga couldn't afford to live during the pandemic and lost his house allegedly, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, I was all good with Billy Porter. I love Pose. I love that show, right? But this is, first of all, unnecessary, too fucking extra. And who the fuck do he think he is? You don't have to like Nicki Minaj, but this shit about because she chooses to be Republican or conservative or support Donald Trump, all this stupid ass hate, and you wonder why we so fucking divided, because then you motherfuckers think that you get to tell the rest of the colored world what they need to do and how they need to act.
This is amazing.
That's not how that works. You take care of yourself and only yourself, and stop listening to, I don't know if he's a millionaire, but stop listening to fucking celebrities. Why would you listen to this man? Why? Ms. AB, appreciate you. She said bouncing on that white pipe. Hi, everybody. However, if you recall this, and I'm going to mute it. Shout out to, I think this is Demetria King. But if you remember this, Billy Porter bows down to kiss Biden's hand while during White House Juneteenth celebration. During a Juneteenth celebration, which is supposed to be for blacks, right? He's going to bow down to Joe Biden, the white man.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
The creator of the crime bill, who child was barely here at this damn thing. Look at all the colors, just as happy as a pig in shit. If it's a white person that they like, then it's okay. Typically, a Democrat. Does no one see this correlation, Bueller? But if it's a white person that they don't like, the rest of y'all, because I'm not included here, the rest of y'all, blacks, coloreds, FBAs, African Americans, ebony's, chocolates, choose a term, I don't give a fuck. Y'all are wrong. You gotta like who they like, and if you don't like who they like, then they ostracize you, they throw you away, they toss you out, they take you down to the lowest common denominator. They say, fuck you, right? But then this is okay.
Right.
Yeah. Joe ain't even there. Look at him. This one, Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. Over here, jamming, I guess, after knocking up the nanny and allegedly knocking the other girl between the washer and the dryer. But that's who men should aspire to be, right? You know, your girl Cam that ain't black, but y'all fell for the fact that they said that she was black. So that's supposed to make you vote for her because y'all supposed to color, identify with shit. And y'all was supposed to vote for her. Ignore that white man next to her, y'all. It's all the playing in y'all's face, and y'all be falling for it. Hook, line, and motherfucking sinker. Hook, line, sinker. She's black. All right, y'all, whatever y'all say. Fall for that. He definitely white. He definitely white. Oh, yeah, y'all okay with it. Let me see. I wonder why. Oh, yeah, Democrat. Child, that's the determining factor. Furious the Messiah. Child, I can't read, but thank you, boo. He said facts. Thank you so much, honey. I appreciate you. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. But this is okay. Child, he adjusting the hearing aid over here. Yeah, adjust that shit. Or clean out your ear, whatever you're doing. Billy in his dress, jamming it the fuck up. Happy to be with the black, the Dougie, the Joe Biden. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This who y'all listening to? This who y'all listening to? So it's okay for him to bow down and kiss the hand of Joe Biden, who's barely there. But Nicki Minaj can't make a decision for her fucking self on who the hell it is that she supports politically. I don't know why y'all think you got some sort of control over everybody, but y'all need to take that shit where? Back there. Shout out to Vivica. But y'all okay with this. But this is cool and cute, right? This who you listening to, right? Because if you don't listen to him, what does that mean? You're obic? Fuck that nigga, okay? All I see is a black dude, allegedly. Fuck that nigga. Just like the rest of them niggas that I said that to. Fuck them too, all right? You shouldn't cuss. Fuck you too. I'll do what I want. But y'all like it, I love it. Keep listening to these people that don't give a shit at you. The nerve and all damn audacity. Like, people can't make their own political decisions. Y'all are wilding. Y'all are wilding. But y'all, I know y'all love Joe Biden, and I'm sure you love his wife, which this has nothing to do with Jill, except it does. Because Joe Biden's ex-husband has been charged with first-degree red rum. Jill is lucky she got out when she did, clearly, because clearly he couldn't handle it with whatever the hell happened, and he just took his wife out. The funny part about this, not ha funny, is the fact that this happened in fucking January, and we just finding the fuck out. Joe Biden's ex-husband was arrested Monday on charges he red rummed his wife in their Delaware home in December. In December, shit! That's a whole ass over a month later. Why are we just finding out about this? William Bill Stevenson, who was previously married to the former First Lady for 5 years, has been hit with one count of first-degree red rum in an indictment for allegedly deleting his new spouse, Linda Stevenson, 64, at their house in Ellesmere. The Newcastle police announced Monday. Cops responded to a domestic dispute called on December the 28th. Why are we just finding out about this? December the 28th. Why are we just finding out about this? This is crazy. Cops responded to a domestic dispute on the 28th and found Linda unresponsive on the floor. Child, they look like twins. She was declared dead at the scene after attempting to revive her. Her cause of death hasn't been released yet, but cops said they would be conducting an autopsy. Linda described in her obituary as a huge Philadelphia Eagles fan, is survived by her daughter with Stevenson. They got a kid together? Christina Vittori, her granddaughter, and her sister. Wow. The 77-year-old husband is being held on $500,000 bail. Wow. Way to wait till you're 77 years old to go to jail. Held on $500,000 bail at Howard Young. Cops said he hasn't been able to make bail. His arrest came after a weeks-long investigation. It's been longer than a fucking week. What are we talking about? It's a whole month of January that passed by. I guess this is the two of them. That's her, that's him. That's Jill. Shout out to Jill. Jill, why was you married to this man? What the fuck? Jill. Anyway. Jill, 74, divorced him in 75 after a 5-year marriage. They tied the knot when Jill was 18. And Stevenson, a former college football player, was 23. He opened a hotspot, college hotspot, the Stone Balloon. Shout out to those that know about the Stone Balloon near the University of Delaware, which put on performance big name artists, including Bruce Springsteen, Dave Matthews, and the Allman Brothers Band. Wow. He owned the Stone Balloon. All right. So, yeah. So this is Jilly's ex-husband. And now he's in jail. You going to jail, sir. You going to jail. But they like it. I love it. That's just crazy. You wait until you're 77 years old. Now you're going to jail. Anyway. So yeah, they kept that hidden from us for over a month. Isn't that interesting? Remember that, y'all. While everybody out here talking about Epstein files and everything, there's a lot of shit going on. I'm just saying.
This is amazing.
I'm just saying. Shout out to her. She kept talking about Anton. I bet. That's not funny, but it's funny. Shout out to Hiram. I appreciate you. Now, let's see. Prince George's County executive defends roughly $40,000 storm hotel stay.
Well, the Prince George's County executive under fire for putting herself and 24 staffers in a hotel during last week's snow and ice storm. Tonight, she defends that move in an exclusive interview with our Maryland Bureau Chief, Brad Bell.
As the snow and sleet piled up last week, Prince George's County Executive Aisha Braveboy, her top staffers, along with several county council members, 25 in all, were holed up here at the hotel at the University of Maryland at taxpayer expense. In an exclusive interview Monday, Braveboy explained she wanted her team in one place.
Because there were a lot of decisions that had to be made in real time.
With the main county building closed after a small electrical fire and other facilities fully staffed, she chose to seek a hotel.
I can tell you that we were able to coordinate over 137 emergency medical trips. There was an incident where we had seniors who lost power in a building. We found out, and in real time, we were able to move and transport those seniors within less than an hour.
But the stay here is being criticized by some community activists in part because of this video Braveboy and her team released, urging people to stay home.
I know you lying.
This is amazing.
I know you fucking lying. You trying to tell me? You trying to tell me in the midst of the storm that just passed, that kept me 2.5 days away from my fat camp, that they got into this building, spent $43,000 and started making TikToks. They got into this $43,000 total during the storm at taxpayers' expense. They over here making TikToks. I can't take it. This cannot be real life. We are living in the Truman Show, yeah.
Is being criticized by some community activists in part because of this video Braveboy and her team released, urging people to stay home. Critics on social media have called that video tone deaf as citizens were stuck at home dealing with a serious storm.
Were you all partying at the hotel?
No, no. In fact, you have my schedule. You'll see it. We were up at 7:30 in the morning.
According to hotel invoices released to 7 News at our request, the total cost was just over $43,000 for 3 nights, including 25 hotel rooms at $149 each, a conference room at $300 per day, and an $18,000 audio video setup.
The whole storm response is going to be in excess of $16 million. So you're talking about a fraction of those costs.
Yes, don't worry about this little pittance, child. The whole total is going to be $16 million, child. Worry about that. Don't look at me.
And the majority of those costs were actually AV and other equipment that we set up to see in real time the conditions of the roads.
Now, ultimately, I asked the county executive if she would make the same decision to use a hotel again. And she said, faced with the same circumstances, faced with the same forecast, yes, she believes it was and would be the right thing to do. In College Park, Brad.
Oh, well, shout out to her for standing on business and not being a punk ass bitch and saying, no, I would not. She's standing on business, yeah. Shout out to her. But that TikTok video, child, remember yesterday I showed you TikTok video of the those ladies, wherever they were, I don't even remember. This is your government at work, y'all. This is your government at work. Maurice Manhattan, I appreciate you, hon. Thank you so much. He said, Messi, you are full of logic and personality. I'm here for it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all for being here. Please make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. These are our politicians and officials at work, y'all. This is what they be doing. Let's see what they doing over here. And oh no, I give you 3 guesses as to where this is, and the first 3 don't count.
She was fucking his best friend. So, I mean, everybody's fucking down here in Atlanta. I don't know what to tell you. They breeding like rabbits down here. Everybody getting ass.
Atlanta Housing Authority exec used federal funds to pay herself rent in theft fraud scheme. Are we surprised?
A former Atlanta Housing Authority executive pled guilty today.
Yes, no! Not another sister out here wilding the fuck up. In the ATL, how could she do this to y'all? How could she do this to y'all? It's mostly colors down there in the ATL, ain't it? This is the things that y'all get. Lord help your people.
in a federal court to collecting more than $300,000 in federal housing and pandemic funds. Channel 2 investigative reporter Ashley Lincoln live now in Fayetteville. Ashley, you were the only reporter in that courtroom today.
Yeah, we were inside that courtroom this morning. I can tell you that Tracy Jones, that former senior vice president for the Atlanta Housing Authority, spoke very quietly, mostly answering yes or no questions. But she did agree, telling the judge about the conditions laid out in this plea agreement. One of the details including her using federal dollars to pay herself to rent this Fayetteville home she owns.
Child, you stole money to rent that. Goodbye. You stole money to rent that. Listen, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay. But y'all, you stole money to rent that? What do you see? Fayetteville. Ain't that North Carolina though? So this is not in the ATL? You just stole money from the ATL to put it in. What? I don't understand. What is going on?
Agreed, telling the judge about the conditions laid out in this plea agreement. One of the details including her using federal dollars to pay herself to rent this Fayetteville home she owns. A former Atlanta Housing Authority employee who asks not to be identified says the allegations leave a lasting stain on the agency meant to help families find stable footing.
It's going to make people question everything about the process, the system.
On Monday, former Senior Vice President Tracy Jones pleaded guilty to using her position for personal gain. More than $63,000 prosecutors say came after Jones falsified documents to approve her son's girlfriend for federal housing vouchers. Vouchers used to rent a Fayetteville home Jones owns. Court documents say Jones even staged a domestic violence incident to help secure voucher approval down in Fayetteville.
Only were you getting the voucher and giving to the family member was renting your house. So you're double dipping.
Court records also say Jones.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. So it sounds like not only did she take the money to go ahead and pay for the house, then she rented it out to her son and his girlfriend, or just the girlfriend, and then had her do some paperwork up so that she could get paid, and she still get. I can't do this. I can't do this. This is not funny.
Owns. Court documents say Jones even staged a domestic violence incident to help secure voucher approval down in Fayetteville.
Oh, yeah, because if you allegedly have DV going on, then you get to get into Section 8 quicker. Just FYI, because you're in a tougher situation.
Bill.
Only were you getting the voucher and giving to the family member was renting your house. So you're double dipping.
Court records also say Jones used a fake name and business to pocket around $36,000, this time in pandemic relief dollars. Then in 2022, authorities say Jones falsified paperwork again, this time to secure nearly $300,000 in a Federal Housing Administration mortgage on that same Fayetteville property.
Not only did you take a voucher.
She defrauded to get a mortgage too. She wasn't playing no game.
Jones falsified paperwork again, this time to secure nearly $300,000 in a Federal Housing Administration mortgage on that same Fayetteville property.
Not only did you take a voucher from a family, that house, your own home, was serviced by the agency that you work for.
And again, Jones pled guilty to conspiracy to commit theft of government funds, wire fraud, and credit application fraud. Now, a judge could sentence her to up to more than 20 years in prison. That is up to the judge's discretion. The judge will formally sentence her in May. Reporting live tonight in Fayetteville, Ashley Lincoln.
Yeah, I think we're in the wrong business. But at the same time, I'm not trying to go to jail. But all the people that are saying, oh, you just want to make money. Oh, you just want to make money. I ain't dumb enough to do this shit. Imagine me doing this shit and then I show up here and be going to jail. That's what really the community would prefer. They think this shit is cute. You have to. Because I don't hear nobody talking about shit like this for the most part, except for us. I don't hear nobody around here mainly talking about this sort of shit except for us. Oh, but then I'm a racist. I'm a white supremacist because I talk about this shit. This is the fucking problem. This is the shit that you need to be talking about, because we shouldn't be doing this shit. Because when we finally get into positions where we could possibly help someone else, we don't, because we get greedy. Not we. Y'all get greedy, and then you go ahead and you do the shit because. But white people do it too. But white people do it too. And you use that as a damn excuse as to why you do it, knowing damn well you ain't white. You know damn well, like you always say, you ain't the right complexion for the affection or whatever the fuck it is that y'all be saying. But then you think it's all right when it gets to here and y'all ain't got shit to say about none of it. Illegal shit. And many times over. over and over and over and over and over again. She knew what the fuck she was doing. I guess that's why she pleaded guilty. At least I give her credit for acknowledging the wrongs that she did. But y'all don't ever talk about shit like this. Y'all don't ever discuss stories like this. Y'all don't ever have nothing to say. But if I was doing like that dude that Theo talks about, talking about all this white supremacy holding people down and all the things that white people are doing, y'all would love that. What the fuck white people got to do with this? Somebody tell me, Bueller. Where is the white supremacy and the racism in this, yeah, Bueller? Let me see. Forgery, money laundering, setting up a DV situation, wasting the freaking oppressor's time. He got oppression to do. Y'all wasting the time of the shit. Y'all over here forging documents, of which I told you, I've seen plenty of forged documents. Long as them bitches wasn't bothering me, I don't give a fuck. You give me a hard time, I'm sending your ass to fucking fraud. Sorry, that's the life of a state worker. They don't pay me enough. I'm just saying. Y'all sitting up here doing all, you finally get into a position where it's good for you. You probably making good money. You can help the, I thought these people cared about the blacks, child. All these people that we can see, and I can do these stories all day. I could do these stories for hours. I could do these stories for 24 hours and know I'm not doing it. It never ends. It's never ending. All you do is talk about black women. Child, y'all do is get up on this daggone TV for one reason. I'm sorry, this daggone, the television in these news programs talking about some dumbass shit that you know damn well that you shouldn't have been doing. Please miss me with nobody don't know, because y'all don't hide shit. If you thought that you was doing something right, you wouldn't hide the shit. If you thought you was doing something right, you wouldn't hide the shit. So kiss my ass with regard to that too. I was not born yesterday. Go blame your mama. The child, it ain't her fault. Anyway, what's going on over here, child? Who is this? This is probably an immigrant, an illegal immigrant. This is Boston. Massachusetts residents charged in scheme to steal SNAP unemployment benefits. Child, everybody just doing whatever the fuck they want to. But y'all mad at somebody legally making money on fucking YouTube.
Right now, 4 Massachusetts residents are facing charges that they engaged in a scheme to steal more than $1 million in SNAP and unemployment benefits. Prosecutors say these photos show the suspects buying food using those stolen benefits. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Tanaka. The defendants allegedly used identities stolen from 115 people. WBZ's.
Remember when we used to talk about all those people that say my benefits was stolen? Where my benefits go? I don't even live in California. I don't even live in New York. I don't even live in Florida. Charles, probably him.
Louisa Moeller live in South Boston with further details. Louisa.
Shout out to Boston.
Chris, you described the allegations, but the U.S. attorney calls this the tip of the iceberg.
Child, her nose look crooked. Is it me? Child, her nose look like it's like turned this way or something.
And she says that the headline here, she believes this kind of public benefit fraud is rampant, and she and the president, she says, have vowed to root it out. Here is the scheme she alleged today. The U.S. attorney says a man named Raul Fernandez Vicioso was a ringleader in stealing the personal identification of over 100 people and using it to apply for SNAP benefits, specifically using that money to buy bulk amounts of food for his Lemonster restaurant. That is what investigators allege was.
Damn, he couldn't even afford his own damn restaurant. Times is tough. I'm sure it's Donald Trump's fault, though.
Happening in the pictures posted inside the court documents. They were found out, the U.S. attorney says, when Rhode Island figured out that there were 115 fake identities, stolen identities linked to just 4 apartments in Rhode Island. And how did they get away with this? The U.S. attorney says Fernandez exploited online applications for SNAP that were not being verified by Massachusetts. And she says this could be happening everywhere.
Could be. I promise you it is. What's Wu got to say about it? Ain't that the name of the mayor or the governor there, Michelle Wu or something?
It is no secret that there is rampant fraud across this nation. The charges announced today are just a snapshot of the bigger picture.
See, we should be trying to make sure that they all get their just rewards so that we can go ahead and get some new jobs and go and do the right thing in all these positions where they well making over $100,000. That's what I think. But y'all know, y'all want to be out there on the streets looking like assholes, worrying about fucking ICE agents when you need to be worrying about yourself and your fucking future.
So what is happening now? U.S. Attorney Foley says she now has a fraud coordinator for her office, and President Trump has named a fraud czar. Fernandez is expected to plead guilty here in federal court.
Oh, good.
Live in Boston, Louisa Moeller.
At least people are seemingly taking accountability. So now he's about to have a fraud czar. What if it was Cam Cam? She has Zara on her resume. Just go ahead and find out. Let Cam Cam do it, child. Just let her do it. Anyway. So yeah, shout out to Boston, child. Where are we going now? Where the hell is this at? I don't know where this is at. Is this Texas? Crime against humanity. Former operations manager of Pritchard Water System pleads guilty to something, child.
A former water utility manager admitting to stealing nearly $2.5 million from the system that serves Pritchard in Chickasaw. Our Ashley Mitchell has more on this major development.
What? Oh, no, come on! Nia. Child, at least these people they pleading guilty. At least that. I gotta have some positivity around here today, because, child, this is half damn crazy.
A reckoning for Nia Malika Bradley. The former operations manager of the Pritchard Waterworks and Sewer Board pleaded guilty to multiple federal charges, including conspiracy to commit fraud, money laundering, and filing a false tax return. Prosecutors say Bradley orchestrated schemes that defrauded the utility of almost $2.5 million. Fraud that may have pushed the system into default on a $55 million loan. Defense attorney Shalia Tisdale says her client is taking responsibility.
I feel like I done seen 10 different people come up over here. Which one is which of one?
In Chickasaw. Our Ashley Mitchell has more on this major development.
Friday was the day of reckoning for Nia Malika Bradley. The former operations manager of the Pritchard Waterworks and Sewer Board pleaded guilty to multiple federal charges, including conspiracy to commit fraud, money laundering, and filing a false tax return. Prosecutors say Bradley orchestrated schemes that defrauded the utility of almost $2.5 million. Fraud that may have pushed the system into default on a $55 million loan. Defense attorney Shalia Tisdale says her client is taking responsibility.
Nia has accepted responsibility for what she did, and she's not made any bones about that. She admitted to what she did from day one. I think there have been some allegations and accusations made about things that she did not do. And those are things that we've worked out, during the course of this.
The guilty plea caps an investigation that began in early 2022 with federal raids on the water board's headquarters and Bradley's Westmobile home. Court records show Bradley was.
Is this the house that other lady was stealing the funds for to pay for, and then let the daughter-in-law live there?
That we've worked out, during the course of this.
The guilty plea caps an investigation that began in early 2022 with federal raids on the water board's headquarters and Bradley's Westmobile home. Court records show Bradley was the mastermind of a conspiracy involving 2 board members and 3 outside contractors. Prosecutors say she persuaded board member Ayanna Payton to recruit a friend to set up a fake company that billed the utility more than $1 million for work that was never done. Both previously pleaded guilty. Bradley also admitted to billing the water board for work done on rental properties she owned with co-defendant Randy Burden. One Pritchard resident says justice is overdue.
Right is right, wrong is wrong. What Neil Bradley did was a crime against humanity.
Child, what music group is this man from, child? He looked like he belonged in Levert or something. But now if somebody came up to ya and they was like, girl, child, sir, can you open up an account for me illegally in somebody else's name? Child, no problem. What bank you want me to do it? What is going on? What is going on? Child, who goes up to anyone and says stuff like that? Who does that? Oh, you know what? I think it's the OJs. Or Killer Mike, Timu Killer Mike. Who does this? This is what I be saying, yeah. People try to act like they don't know who the hell they be hanging out with. You have to know who you be hanging out with, because no one would come to me and say that. I promise you. No one would come to me and say that. And I would not say that to anyone. So birds of a feather and all that shit, it's a true thing. I don't care what nobody say. Girl, can you open up an account for me in somebody else's name, please, child, and then give me the information? Girl, not a problem. That's why you my girl. Come on, y'all. Come on. This is crazy.
Involving 2 board members and 3 outside contractors. Prosecutors say she persuaded board member Ayanna Payton to recruit a friend to set up a fake company that billed the utility more than $1 million for work that was never done. Both previously pleaded guilty. Bradley also admitted to billing the water board for work done on rental properties she owned with co-defendant Randy Burden. One Pritchard resident says justice is overdue.
Right is right, wrong is wrong. What Neil Bradley did was a crime against humanity. She really single-handedly, with including others, bankrupt this utility. The municipality without water, then what? The water is vibrant. We have to have it.
In Mobile, Ashley Mitchell, Fox 10 News.
Oh.
Charges remain pending against the other 2 contractors. Bradley's sentencing is set for July 9th. Now, to put the $2.5 million figure into perspective, that's more than the amount of money the utility shorted a bond repayment fund. That's what prompted a judge to declare the system in default on its loan.
Fun times, y'all. Fun times. Lord help yo people. Let's go over here to Georgia. 4 arrested in Savannah Best Buy theft. Employee pushes back against allegations. I'm not sure where this is at.
At 6, the investigation into an elaborate high-dollar Best Buy theft case in Savannah continues to grow. 4 people are now under arrest, accused in a scheme police say cost the store more than $40,000 in merchandise.
It doesn't matter. They have insurance. You don't know. Remember that? Child, we've been here a long time. Y'all remember that? You just didn't let them steal. They got to feed their families. They have insurance. Remember all those excuses?
70-year-old Brenda Gardner, 38-year-old.
Hell no! What do y'all want from me? What do y'all want from me? I'm so confused. What is going on? All the people that have a problem with people on YouTube making money, is this what you think should be done? Should we be doing all these wonderful things that I'm going over today that don't talk about because swear that is people, that's the problem. Where's the white supremacy in any of these stories thus far, Bueller? I just need somebody to let me know. White supremacy, discrimination, racism. I know they just trying to feed their family, child. Shabria. I feel like that's the name of a a cheerleader. Shabria. Like I was never a cheerleader. Shabria. Or something like that. Savannah and Brenda. Ooh, Brenda. Ooh, but Brenda. Gentlemen, Tadisha, you ain't shit. This chat ain't shit. Shout out to the best chat on YouTube. Shout out to all y'all. Hit the freaking like button. Subscribe if you are new. Gentlemen, SYCBM. Who's taking them on? Bueller. Let's start with Brenda. We gonna auction them off, child. Anybody interested, Bueller? I'm gonna go out on a limb, child. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that they all are available. They're all single. They all have kids. But this could be y'all's opportunity, gentlemen. Brenda, anybody? Bueller. Okay. Savannah, anybody? Bueller. Shabria. Come on. What are you stealing from Best Buy? A TV?
Savannah Pendergraph and 31-year-old Shabria Summers, all charged with theft by receiving stolen property, a felony. And now the employee police say helped to make it all possible is speaking.
I am about to shut this shit down. Yeah, gentlemen, Dorian is available. Sassy Straits. Dorian is available. Anybody interested? Bueller. Anyone, Bueller? I have 4 women available for all ages, from this age to that age, this size to that size, this color to that color. Anyone? Bueller? Not cancel Black History. Not cancel Black History Month and try again next year. I cannot take y'all. Oh my God, I'm about to shut this shit down. Thank you, Nick. He said, wait, everyone so far is all beat. Listen, I just look at the titles and I put them in my watch later. That's all I do. We seeing it all at the same time. I thought we was some thugs. So much for us dusty, musty, crusty, ashy ass bums. 3 trash bag dusties, hard pass. 4. Dorian is available, Nick. Dorian is available. Anyone? Bueller? No. Why is Q-Tip taking strays? Why is Q-Tip taking strays? He over there minding his black ass business in El Segundo. Here you come. I can't do it. Come on, child. What is going on?
Out. 20-year-old Dorian Allen charged with theft by taking and is disputing what police say he told investigators. WJCL 22 News' Tia Maggio joins us now live at the Best Buy off Abercorn.
Oh, wait, that's a man, child. We can't even tell anymore. Is this anyway?
Leaving stolen property, a felony. And now the employee police say helped to make it all possible is speaking out. 20-year-old Dorian Allen charged with theft by taking and is disputing what police say he told investigators. WJCL 22 News' Tia Maggio joins us now live at the Best Buy off Abercorn.
Shout out to Gen Z fucking it up all over the place.
And Tia, you talked to Allen about why he says the police report is wrong.
That's right, Shannon. Well, Savannah police responded here in December to this Best Buy on Abercorn Street after management here accused Dorian Allen of helping a group steal hundreds of items here. And a Savannah police report says that Allen told officers he was being blackmailed by a, quote, hacker group with explicit photos of himself, but Allen is denying it. Today, I spoke exclusively with him on the phone. He says claims are fake.
All I got to say is that's true.
Dorian Allen, the Best Buy employee charged in this case, is not pushing back against what's written in the police report, telling WJCL 20.
Oh, y'all see, it was AirPods, PS5s. Did you see the list? Let me slow it down. Let me see if we can see this list of what they were stealing.
We charged in this case.
Beats, Solo 4, wireless, on ear. Those ain't even the good ones. AirPods, PS5 NBA, PS Grand something premium online for $16.
Is not pushing back.
Universal Joy-Con controller grip pack.
Against what's written in the
PlayStation, AirPods, PS5s, the important shit, PS5 game.
The police report.
Fortnite, Meta something or other, High Chew candy. Child, they put the candy on they put candy on the theft. It says High Chew candy, Dots, pretzel, honey mustard. They put the damn candy on the damn thievery, child. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. That's crazy. Going to jail for peanut chews and shit. Love me some peanut chews.
Telling WJCL 22 News he was never blackmailed into assisting the theft.
The hacker group and having news is not true.
WJCL 22 News also learned when...
Okay, so did you do it willingly then? I mean, you probably should have stuck with that, sir.
Allen was being interviewed by officers. Their body cam was recording as standard procedure. Jail records show Allen bonded out Monday after he was arrested and charged last week with theft by taking. His record...
Damn, look at all these people! No! All this white supremacy, child. It's the white man's fault. It's probably Billy Porter's ex-husband's fault, or Don Lemonade's husband's fault, or Kentanji's husband's fault, or Cam husband's fault. Child, I don't know. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12 different MFers. Child, this is that one lady right here. I forget her name, the oldest one. There was a whole line of people, child. They was getting them peanut chews. You couldn't tell them nothing. They just said, I want. He said, okay. He probably got a kickback. Then they got to skedaddle on out of there with all this stuff. He probably only took $20 and thought he was making a lot of money. Thank you, Hiram. He said, just give us the free stuff. At the end of the day, as usual, that's what it's all about.
We like free stuff. So we came out here to get all this free stuff. But then the car saying, you can't get the free stuff. What? Because the people want to take it. And how y'all going to take some stuff that ain't even yours? It's free.
So I got my 2 baskets and took the bus or whatever.
Wait a damn minute.
We get down here, we get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
Show no prior criminal history. Savannah Mayor Ben Johnson praised the public and law enforcement for helping move the case forward.
When I put out the pictures, asked, do you know them? People were responding to me with names. I mean, straight names. Accountability matters. And we recognize that when people get away for doing bad things, our entire community pays for it.
Allen declined to comment further on the investigation. His father, Willie Allen, says he does not excuse what happened, but does not want one mistake to define his son.
I'm not trying to justify on what happened. You know, because wrong is wrong. Allen is a good kid. He made a bad choice. And I don't want this bad choice to affect him for the rest of his life.
Allen's
Child, at least 12 times since there was 12 people that we just saw.
Father would not elaborate on what bad choices his son made. And new in this investigation, police report 3 additional suspects have now been arrested and charged with theft by receiving stolen property. Brenda Gardner, Savannah Pendergraft, and Shabria Summers. Records show Gardner was booked Sunday, while Pendergraft and Summers were booked Tuesday. 38-year-old Savannah Pendergraft's records show that she's currently being held in the Chatham County Detention Center because of charges she has in another state. I reached out to Osceola County. That's where those charges are being shown at. To see what those charges exactly are, still waiting to hear back. Reporting live in Savannah, Tia Maggio, WJC.
I tell you, not more in another state. Where they do that at, child? Where they do that at? Anyway, crime is down, y'all. Crime is down. Let's move on over to some food stamps. Houston, shout out to Texas. Shout out to Reaper. What to know about SNAP eligibility and benefits in Texas?
Hundreds of thousands of Houstonians rely on SNAP to put food on the table, but the rules, benefits, and who qualifies are changing.
KPRC 2 News reporter Devin Clark breaks it down, clearly showing how the SNAP works.
Shall we know?
SNAP stands for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, and while that may sound like a lot, understanding it should only take a snap. So what can SNAP buy and what can't SNAP buy? SNAP covers foods meant to be prepared at home. Think of things like fruits, vegetables, bread, meat, dairy, even seeds used to grow your own foods. And as far as what SNAP can't buy, we're talking tobacco, alcohol, and as of April 1st, you won't be able to buy candy either. Now let's talk benefits. The maximum monthly SNAP benefit is...
Oh, forgot about that part. Lest we not forget about that part. You cannot get junk food. You cannot get sodas. You know they mad about all this, yeah.
$298 for one person and add $218 for every person in the household after that. Let's talk eligibility requirements, starting with income. For one person, the maximum monthly income is $2,152, and Texas adds $757 for every person after that. There are some work requirements. For most people ages 16 to 59, you have to either be working, looking for work, or in an approved job or training program. Some people are exempt, such as caregivers for young children or those with disabilities. Adults 18 to 65 without children under the age of 14 usually only get SNAP for 3 months in a 3-year period, unless they work or train at least 20 hours a week. Here in the Lone Star State, the SNAP program is run through the Texas Department of Health and Human Services. And while we weren't able to get to everything here, you can visit our website, click2houston.com, to find out all you need to know about SNAP in just a snap. Reporting outside of the state.
Child, they don't like you for this. I promise you, they don't like you for this. Let me see what this is about.
Well, new work requirements for SNAP benefits are now in effect, and in this economy, it could make it harder for many families to afford groceries. Estimates suggest the changes could lead to more than 2 million Americans losing critical food assistance. The work requirements, along with the removal of some exemptions, are part of President Trump's mega bill passed last summer. Joining us now is Joel Berg. He's the CEO of Hunger Free America, the nonprofit that helps those in need.
Liberal. This how you came on TV, child? Child, his name looked like it should be Homer. Child, it looked like he might have somebody in the house, allegedly. I'd be scared.
Enroll in federal food assistance programs. Joel, the Trump administration claims that these changes to SNAP are meant to cut down on things like fraud and, as they say, quote, reflect the importance of work and responsibility. What do you say about that?
Well, those are two different things. Everyone subject to these work requirements are legally eligible for the program. So this has nothing to do with fraud. This is a bait and switch. Look, there's a right way.
It's a bait and switch.
And a wrong way to reduce the SNAP rolls. The bottom line is hunger is increasing in America due to Trump's failed economic policies. Jobs are going away, actually. You reported yesterday that 80 Bowers across the country could be closing. The right way is to help people no longer need SNAP by moving them to living wage jobs. But just bragging you're reducing the SNAP rolls while hunger is increasing would sort of be like a hospital bragging that it's reducing its patients without differentiating between how many people leave the hospital cured or dead. And so SNAP recipients desperately want more living wage jobs, but they haven't provided any extra money for job training or job placement, and they haven't raised the minimum wage in a very long time.
How many Americans are you expecting to lose their benefits? What's the scale of this impact here?
I'm sorry, repeat the question.
How many Americans are you expecting to lose their benefits?
Homer, where your AirPods?
Well, it depends on how states do in helping people meet these requirements. If people are determined to have disabilities, they're not eligible. They're no longer subject to them. People get jobs or job training opportunities, they're not subject to them. If they volunteer certain hours, they're not subject to them. But I think most states are woefully unprepared to do that work. The Trump administration is woefully unprepared to help them. And so I think millions of people, and the most vulnerable people, they are now applying these work reporting requirements to veterans. I say these are work reporting requirements because even if you're employed, you have to leave a job to go to a government office to prove you're worthy enough to receive the benefits. This really is the backwards way of running a program.
Can y'all help me understand? Can y'all help me understand? He just said it's too hard to go work and then to go down to the government office and prove to them that you work. Is that really how y'all really think in 2026? Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. Y'all really think in 2026, what you got to do is to take your pay stubs and walk them on down to the office and say, here, I work today. Is that really, he really trying to sell me that? And I know damn well that's not how I work. I know damn well that's not how it's working in 2026. So if you need to eat, then I suggest you do it. If you need to eat, then I would suggest you do it. However, you need to get the shit down there. Why is it so hard to have a damn standard when you want something? That's what I don't understand. Of course, you know, he got to throw in there, this is all Trump's fault, even though, like somebody else said, these rules basically have been the same rules as has been before. The only thing that really changed is the age from 54 to 64 and the children age. That's really the only thing that's changed. You had to technically work before. But you had all them kids, which is why these people was having all them kids, allegedly, so that they could get an increase in food stamps and all the other benefits, mind you. And then they didn't have to work because they didn't have to work as long as the kid was going up to, or the kid was up to 18. Now, because it's been reduced, because the kid is in school, so you could be doing something. And all they're saying is 4 hours a day, 20 hours a week. If you do 10 and 10, you're done. 2 days out of the week, 10 and 10. And instead of just doing that or going to school and getting some sort of education, because when you're when you're poor, you can get a lot of free shit, including how to get a trade, how to learn how to do some shit at the local community college that can help you out for future so that you ain't got to worry about this. But instead of seeing this as the light, like, oh my God, I don't want to deal with this no more. I don't want to do this no more. You got Homer over here trying to tell y'all it's so hard. It's so hard. In order to go volunteer, you could volunteer at the library. You could volunteer at your kid's school. You could volunteer at a museum. You can volunteer. You can voluntarily maybe be the babysitter for other people that actually have to work. Something. Y'all just whine and complain, because I swear to you, there's so many people that just want to whine and complain, and of course blame somebody else because it's not their fault, but they want something for free, but they think they shouldn't have to work for it, even though the rest of us work for what it is that we get. These people should just be able to just sit at home and command and demand, mind you, bring nothing to the table, but tell everybody else what they need to do so that they can sit at home, open them legs and take all that pleasure. And we just supposed to be like, it's okay. You don't know. Fuck them, okay? If you worried about losing benefits, I suggest your ass get to volunteering, get to them 20 damn hours, or don't. Those are the choices. Do it or not. Do it or not. Child, hook up with the dude over there at Best Buy if you wanna. See how that work out for you.
How are groups like yours sort of filling the gap, working to help those Americans?
Well, we are letting them know about their rights, that if they have a disability, they can be exempt. We're working to help low-income people meet the work requirements through either paid employment, through job training, or through volunteer assignments at pantries and kitchens. And in our other hat, our advocacy hat, we're working to push states to do a better job of working with nonprofits to do all those things as well.
Joel Berg, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, Joel, Homer. I call him Homer. Shout out to Chris. I appreciate you. He said the Seattle Dems complained about living wage and large companies raised salaries to over 100K. Then they passed a payroll tax on salaries over 100K. I love it. Because don't nobody think about the future. No one is forward thinking about anything. They just think they're just supposed to get, and everything's supposed to just remain the same. Get this childcare for free. Shout out to Ma'am Danby. Get the bus for free. Get food for free. Everything should be fucking free. I don't know who raised these people, but they failed. Moving on, child. Moving on. Where we at? Is this New York? New York. Speaking of New York. Over 2,000 households without power as Brooklyn outage continues into the third day. Shout out to Ma'am Danby.
We begin with that major power outage of Brooklyn. Nearly 2,000 customers dealing with issues tonight with hopes that service could be restored in the coming hours. Snow, salt, and the ice-cold conditions all playing a role in the response. Eyewitness News reporter Safan Kim is in Park Slope, where Con Ed has been working all day. Safan?
Well, Sade and Mike, to call this part of Brooklyn a mess would be an understatement, and as often is the case after a storm, Con Edison said it's that melting snow and salt that is damaging underground electrical equipment here, and that has caused a domino effect, causing all kinds of other problems on top of the loss of power. Talk about pouring salt onto an open wound. It was a quadruple whammy in Park Slope, Brooklyn. Traffic snarled due to uncleared snow, utility trucks occupying what little space was left, countless side roads closed as restoration work continues, and traffic lights that weren't working. This driver says it took him 10 to 15 minutes to move one block.
This is my second time coming through here today. You see Con Ed everywhere, so there's a lot of problems going on out here.
Half the neighborhood shut down? The neighborhood today was literally shut down, from barbershops to bakeries to glass manufacturers to bodegas. No point in operating a business without power.
I go home now. There's no power, I can open it. No lot of machine working, no EBT, no credit card, no nothing else.
Con Edison says the culprit is the weather. Melting snow and ice is blowing out underground electrical equipment. The frigid cold is also delaying restoration. Manholes are under 5 feet of ice, and then there are snowed-in cars sitting on top of manholes, blocking access. The problems started Friday night when many customers in Borum Hill and Park Slope experienced partial outages, flickering lights and appliances that cut out unexpectedly. But many we spoke with today say by the weekend, all power was lost.
We figured we would go to a hotel down here on 3rd, but they don't have no power either. So
I was about to say they ain't got no power either. What are we talking about?
I don't know what we're gonna do. We had some heaters, but then they went. So now we just in darkness and cold. Very scary.
Right now I have all my food in my bathtub. I picked up snow and I'm just buried all my food in a container.
Now, here's the latest as of now. According to Con Edison, a little more than 1,700 customers are without power, with most expected to have their service restored by 10 p.m. tonight. Others should have their power back, they say, by tomorrow at 7 p.m. Now, remember, that's customers. That is not, they are households, 1,700 households and businesses out of power. To be fair, Con Edison trucks and crews are everywhere you see out here. They're out here doing the best they can, but sometimes no match for Mother Nature. Reporting live in Park Slope, Safan Kim, Channel 7.
All right, we got to go back and get the update. I don't know if it's BCP or if it's Nate the lawyer on their video on that. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and get to this Section 8 bullshit, child, because this is half damn crazy. So we haven't watched one of these judges' shows in a while, but this is one here. It says, judge orders eviction despite full rent being paid. Anybody interested? Anybody? Bueller? SYCBM? Gentlemen, Sassy Straits? I got a lot of women for y'all today. I'm not hearing y'all trying to take near none of them.
Today we are here for an eviction suit. Cause number is J2-325-0888 RCGA LLC versus Raven Willis. This case pertains to the address located at 916 Olive Street, Waco.
Oh, she in a car.
Texas 76704. With that being said, Mr. Berry is a licensed attorney in the state of Texas. He is considered a member of the court and does not have
Texas
to be sworn in this particular case. However, you, Ms. Willis, to my knowledge, you're not a licensed attorney. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
And any statements that you provide are going to be under oath. With that being said, I'm going to have to swear you in. So please raise your right hand, Ms. Willis. Do you solemnly going to the plaintiff? He's going to speak first. Of course, Ms. Berry, you know, it's up to you to provide proof to me that the defendant did defraud in the terms of her lease by not paying rent, as you indicated in your petition, which is a sworn complaint. While Mr. Berry is speaking, I want to ask that you, Ms. Willis, refrain from interrupting him. I need to make sure I hear everything that Mr. Berry is stating. Okay, Ms. Willis?
Yes, sir.
And then afterwards, once Mr. Berry is through, I'll consider him to be at rest. And then afterwards, I'm going to give you, Ms. Willis, the opportunity to defend yourself. It's going to be up to you to provide proof to me that you should not be evicted to object. So any questions before we have all of the facts together? Ms. Willis, are you receiving any assistance from Waco Housing Authority or any other federally government agency where they pay so much of your rent?
Yes, housing do cover my full amount of rent.
Okay, housing covers your full amount of rent?
Yes, sir.
And how long has housing been paying your full amount of rent?
I believe for the last 2 years or a year or so.
So housing pays your full rent?
Yes, sir.
When was the last time you went for recertification with Housing Authority?
Back in August of 25. I don't know the exact date.
Do you have that letter that you received from the Housing Authority in August of 2025, which states that they are paying your full rent for this property?
The letterhead.
You have a letter?
No, I don't have the letterhead with me. No, sir, I don't.
But Your Honor, she is correct. I agree with her statement. Housing is paying the entire amount of rent. So this is for non-rental obligations only.
Give me a second.
Child, the full rent. The full rent is being paid. So it's Section 8. She don't have to pay nothing. How do you get evicted off of that? I ain't watched this. We watching it together. I have not watched this at all. Jay Gerard in the building. Thank you, hon. He said, hey, auntie, how are you? I'm all good in the hood, boo. Hope all is well with you. Thank you so much. I see you. I appreciate you. Nick, thank you for another 2. He said, man, got to be 6 foot, 6 inches, 6 figures to talk to her. I know y'all are here. I know y'all got it all. You got it going on. Come on now. Just go ahead. I haven't given y'all women after woman after woman after woman after woman. Y'all ain't trying. I don't be listening to me. This is crazy.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm looking at your petition, and I just want to make sure I'm getting a good understanding. Section 2, defendant enter into a lease with RCJ LLC or its assigned or predecessor entitled on or about June 23rd, 2025, rent $16.17 per month. Defendant's rent is subsidized by the government. Her portion is $0. A copy of the lease attached hereunto.
Let me slow it down because he's saying, I heard him say her portion is $0. Let me take it to 1.25.
Today, defendant has violated the rental payment and refused to vacate after notice given on November 7, 2025.
How in the hell you? Wait a damn minute. Hold up.
Defendant entered into a lease with RCJ LLC or its assigned or predecessor entitled on or about June 23rd, 2025, rent $16.17 per month. Defendant's rent is subsidized by the government. Her portion is $0. A copy of the lease attached hereunto. Exhibit A, defendant has violated the rental payment and refused to vacate.
How did you mess up the rental payment when the payment is $0? I'm about to shut this shit down. You hear me about to lose my voice? I am about to shut this shit down. What the?
After notice given on November 7, 2025, rental agreement violation involved defendant's failure to pay sums due from August 2024 until present, which are still due and unpaid. What grounds are we here for with this eviction?
Yes, Judge. So there are some other obligations under the lease, which include like renter's insurance. They have a resident benefit package, and they've got some smart home fee. But basically, there's another $114 a month in non-rent obligations on this property, and those have never been paid.
Tricky. So let's get into the case and let's figure this out. Mr. Berry, you started out by telling me a little more about the complaint. Go ahead and proceed on.
Yes, Your Honor. As I said, she's correct. The pure rent is $1,617 a month. We sent out the notice to vacate, a 30-day notice by us, regular and certified mail, Tarrant Housing on November the 7th of 2025. For this lease, because this lease actually began on 8/1 of 2025, just like she said about the recertification. So there would be a total of $684 due in non-rental obligations under this lease. For the entire lease, let's see, it's really like $2,102, but that'd be going back, like she said, she's lived here for 2 years. But as I look at it, she did sign a new lease on 8/1, so I'm going from 8/1 forward, and that's $684, which would be non-rental obligations.
So the tenant is here today because of non-rental obligations.
Yes, Your Honor. So we are seeking possession only in this matter.
So the tenant got a 30-day notice to vacate?
Yes.
For non-rental obligations. Let's take a look at the lease. So a
non-rental obligation, which could quite possibly be renter's insurance, and she didn't keep it up, having paid no money at all because the rent is totally covered. Allegedly, it's renter's insurance. I'm thinking that that's what it is. And so they really wanted to get rid of her ass because they got some problems. I mean, of course, you want them to have renter's insurance because something happens. Ain't nobody trying to hear your mouth. So this David Berry guy is the lawyer for the owner. I thought he was her lawyer, but it sounds like he's the lawyer for the people that actually want her to get the fuck out.
I would like to go into detail, if you could, the lease and the agreement with Housing Authority. But because this is unique. I may have to call Housing Authority on this one because this is my first time having one like this, honestly. So I need to get a good clarification before I move forward. But go ahead. Let's talk about the lease and how and what type of relationship you have with the housing authority as it pertains to this unit.
Okay, well, the lease has actually a summary. It's when you look at the first couple of pages, the bottom, it's numbered page 4. So that makes it easy. You can look at, they've got this $50 smart hub fee. They've got a $30 renter's insurance thing and a $34 resident package. So those are the items that have not been paid during.
What the hell is a resident package? Hold on. So it is renter's insurance. What else is it?
As it pertains to this unit.
Okay, well, the lease has actually a summary. It's when you look at the first couple of pages, the bottom, it's numbered page 4. So that makes it easy. You can look at, they've got this $50 smart hub fee.
Smart hub fee.
They've got a $30 renter's insurance thing and a
renter's insurance,
$34 resident package.
A resident package, child. I don't know what all that is. All I know is the renter's insurance.
So those are the items that have not been paid during the pendency of the lease.
She's been with she's been with this company for almost 2 years.
That's correct, Your Honor.
It's come to their attention now that they weren't being compensated for these extra things that housing authority was not paying.
Well, I think they've noted, but they usually wait until there's in excess of, 1 month's rent total, essentially before starting eviction proceedings.
Ah, so they waited until it accumulated to the amount of the rent. So she got lucky. Because she'd been in there for 2 years while this was accumulating, and she was probably in there thinking, ain't gonna do nothing to me. Ain't gonna do nothing to me. And all she had to do was pay the what fee, and the what fee, and couldn't do that while paying none of that. I think they said $1,600 rent.
So the rent for this unit is actually $1,617, but whenever you add the smart hub,
right,
the insurance, and the benefit package, it brings it up to $1,731.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're wanting the additional, what is that, 80, 100?
It's 114, dollars a month.
What about the what about the contract with Waco Housing Authority? Do you have anything that we can reference?
Let's see. I had seen a letter.
$114 a month. She couldn't afford that.
Yes, I do have it.
Is it in the files here with me?
Got the original one from. No, I've got the original one. Let's see, from 5/13/24. That's just got market rates and things. But that's where they requested the 16/17. So that's the last time the lease went up.
This is amazing.
Which I can't email to you right now.
Yeah, and Housing Authority has an agreement. I just want to say this may be a yes or no question. Does Housing Authority, or is their agreement, is it based on the rent alone and not the additional packages? Is that the agreement that Housing Authority has with your client?
Okay, so he's trying to figure out whether the amount that they're charging her of the 3 fees that she didn't charge, does that go outside of the total that the Housing Authority deems? This is what I think he's doing anyway. This is my opinion because I've dealt with this before. So if the amounts of the 3 that she didn't pay are over whatever the whole contracted amount that the county or whatever is willing to pay, then he could conceivably say you overcharged her, she don't owe you shit, and she can't get evicted. Okay. For instance, we once had a property, I think for like $1,300, maybe $1,200, and they said the most that they would pay is $975. So that's $975 not only included what they said that they would pay us for the rent, even though we wanted $1,200, but it also took into account how much they gave her for the electricity, how much they gave her for the water, and whatever the hell other utilities that they thought that she could afford to live in that house. So I'm pretty sure that's what he's trying to do because he don't want to put her out, meaning the judge. But I'm pretty sure that the lawyer has already gone through this and took all that into account. I'm telling you that it's along the lines of what he's trying to say and trying to prove, because you can't go over. So we have to make the decision. We say $1,200, they say $975. You got to make the decision. They're not going to budge. They're not going to budge because they always say that they can only afford this much all in. So you think it's just the rent. It's more than that in these situations. Supreme 10, I appreciate you for being a member for 19 months. He said she had to violate some type of bylaw within the lease or Section 8 rule. Yeah, she wasn't paying them daggone fees. So I think HMOB asked about renter's insurance, and I know that Reaper said what it is. But just like when you have a home and you're buying it, you have to have homeowners insurance. Renter's insurance is the difference when you're just renting. But it's not because of anything having to do with the structure. It has to do with you, so that you're covered if something should happen. So that's what I say when we see all these stories where these people out here talking about they had a fire, they had a flood, they had a this, they had a that. That's when I'm like, well, what's with your renter's insurance? Because they should be covering that if you're paying for it. But if you're not paying for it, then something happens, because they should be covering hotel stays, food spoilages, all that type of stuff. But I guess people don't know about it. I don't know. Thank you so much, Supreme 10. I appreciate you. Good afternoon, good evening to the tether extraordinaire. I see you, boo. He said at the job busy. MSG gang, hold it down. You heard? No, don't listen to him. Do not listen to him. All right. But shout out to Ali. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe if you are new.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And your client, they did notify housing authority in writing that they intend to terminate the tenant's lease based on this complaint.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
There's that. And so I've just emailed you that, which is really just like one sheet of paper for the lease.
CC to the housing authority. Let me hear, Ms. Willis.
Yes, sir.
Are you still staying there at this unit?
Yes, I'm here.
Tell me why you feel like you should not be evicted.
For one, because like I said, housing is covering my full amount rent. So I feel like I've been in this unit. I was the first one to be in this unit. I keep the unit up. Like I keep to make sure the grass is mowed. The diligence that I need to do on the house. I feel like if I can't afford the rent, I take full responsibility of the house fees. When I first got into this house, I was working for an insurance company. I was making the money. I could afford it. I lost my job. Housing started covering. I couldn't afford the extra fees that was on the house. I take full accountability for that. I feel like, I don't have anywhere to go. Like, if I could have got out before I renewed it, I would have been left the house. If I could afford those moving expenses and stuff like that, but I couldn't. So it was like I was stuck here, and I couldn't go anywhere due to the fees or whatever. Housing is saying that I can't have no fees. I can move out the house, but I would have to have 0 fees on the house in order for me to move. So I just been trying to catch myself back up, and I'm just a single mother. It's out of my control. I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to say to that. Like I do take accountability for that. I do know the house do have fees. No, I could not afford it. That's why housing was covering my full amount of rent. And I'm basically stuck here.
So whenever you went in for recertification, I assume you were informed that they would only cover the rent, not these additional fees. Is that right?
No, I didn't. When I went into recertification this month, I really didn't speak with no one in the office because they have been backed up. So they told us and quite a few other people that was there that day to go online and recertify through there. So that's how I did everything online. But I never had a meeting or sat down with no one pertaining to the new lease or anything like that. I just went on, recertified, and they kept paying the rent. They didn't stop paying it. So I just figured that, everything was taken care of.
So the amount that, let me see if I can clarify a little bit better. The amount that you were expecting them to pay, was that just the rent only, not the additional fees?
Yes.
Okay. So you were fully aware that you were still responsible for those additional fees.
Yeah, I was responsible for those when I moved into the house.
And as you stated in the oath, you were paying them.
Yes.
But lost your job, and that created a financial hardship to pay the additional fees. The housing authority continued to pay your rent.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Berry, you're just seeking property, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you seeking your court costs, Mr. Berry?
No, Your Honor.
I looked through the paperwork. I see that the notice of vacate was sent via certified mail, so I didn't have to ask you that. Okay. Okay.
Let me just say, he does not want to evict her. I'm telling you, he does not want to evict her. But if you're really a real judge and you're doing your real job, if she did not, I would call it counter complaint. So she didn't go and read the lease and say that you wanted to counterclaim and send it in and mail it allegedly, this is similarly how it probably works in all states. They already know they're gonna win. I've always known when I was gonna win when I evicted somebody, because they don't do anything. And if you don't do anything, you can't win, regardless of what the story is. I mean, that was a good story. That's a good story. So if you lost your job, you should have went and talked to, first of all, the landlord. Second of all, your caseworker that does the Section 8. Why does everybody got all this mouth out here telling everybody else what to do and don't even know what to do with them for themselves? This is not specific to her. In general, all these people that's telling everybody else what to do, know everything for everybody else, and can't even keep your own shit straight. You know what I mean? I mean, common sense, in my opinion, would say, go to the landlord, go to the Section 8 people. Because they already covering the shit 100%. They would have sent you to Child Lie Heap. I don't know. I just said Lie Heap because that's the thing around here. Or all these other programs where you're already on something 100%. There's plenty of other things that they could give you. Nope. I'll just go ahead and just keep hope alive, child. Just keep hope alive. And maybe it'll work itself out. Well, it's about to work itself out.
So with that being said, I'm going to rule in favor for the plaintiff for possession of the property, possession of the plaintiff.
You see how he had to hold his head? He said, I'm going to go let the plaintiff, basically he's saying that the plaintiff wins. So the people that want their property back. Shout out to our girl. Shout out to Elizabeth, a member for 24 months, 2 years. Shout out to you, boo. My girl. She said, just tuned in on replay. Wasn't ready for the rant, nor were my cats. They were running around like, what happened? But I'm here for it. Shout out to you. I apologize to the cats. I appreciate you, hun. What else he got to say?
Plaintiff has waived court costs in this particular unit, so they're just seeking property. You do have the right to appeal my decision. They made some new changes to the laws, and I have to make sure that I'm up to date with those because it was effective January 1st. But when I last read it, I think they said the appeal bond has to be at least $250. And so that's what your appeal bond is going to be. That's the greater. Okay. So with that being said, you have 6 days from today's date to appeal my decision. If you do not appeal this judgment against you, and you are still occupying the premises located at 916 Olive Street, 76704. So make sure I'm clear. If you don't appeal, and if you're still staying there, but after that 6th day, you got 6 days to appeal, but if you're still staying there after that 6th day and you don't appeal, then that 7th day, Mr. Berry, on behalf of the plaintiff, can take the next legal actions against you. That is when the constable will serve you with a 24-hour notice to move out. It could be the next business day. It could be business days 2 days after you file. I don't know. No one really knows when they're going to serve you with this notice. Again, if you do not appeal and you're still occupying premises. And once you receive that notice, if you have not vacated the property, the constable will be back over there within that, once that time period has expired. And that's where the constable will meet the members of the plaintiff, their representatives, maintenance personnel, whomever, movers. And they're going to be able to safely and peacefully remove all of their personal belongings. The constable will be there to act as security. That's going to be their job, to act as security. And then at that time, the movers will be able to take all of your personal belongings from inside of the home, clothes, whatever, they will put it in bags, and they'll put it on the outside. Furniture, everything's going on the outside. Okay. That's how this ends. I think it's unfortunate. I strongly encourage you to contact Housing Authority, about them of exactly what has transpired.
Look at the lawyer. He said light work, like somebody said earlier.
And see how they can assist you. Also, I strongly encourage you to contact EOAC. They may have, the keyword, they just may have some funds to assist you with emergency rental assistance, and that is to assist you with finding somewhere else to stay. I cannot force Mr. Berry, anyone from RGCA LLC to accept any funds from you after today's date.
Okay.
EOAC, the assistance that they provide you with is just emergency assistance for relocation if they have any funds available. Do you have any questions, Ms. Willis?
Okay, so you say I have 6 days to appeal it, and how long to get out?
If you don't appeal by that 6th day, then the constable will be serving you with another notice. It could be on the 7th day, it could be the 8th day. I don't know. It all depends on when it's filed with the court. Any other questions before we close out today's case?
No, sir.
And I'll tell you, Ms. Willis, we have another case that's on the docket. More than welcome to stay and listen to that case, where you can excuse yourself from there.
Child, who want to hear about somebody else's eviction? I'm telling you, that man did not want to evict that lady. He did not. But there's nothing that can be said. There's nothing that can be said. I don't get it. I know someone will say, everybody don't know. If they know how to get the benefit, then they know how to at least go talk at minimum to the person that gave them the benefit. Everybody got a caseworker. You go whining to them, because child, these people always came whining to me about this, that, and the other. So they know. I guess she just thought after a while, oh, I'm getting away with it, and didn't worry about it until it was time to worry about it. Ain't nobody let nobody have nothing for free. I don't know why that is a weird thing. But child, what do I know? Let's go over here to, yeah, that's the end of that, y'all. Let's go over here to Shay Sharday. Shout out to Shay Sharday, because she has a video that says struggling single moms are creating GoFundMes to survive. Y'all donating? Are y'all donating, Bueller? These are all y'all's kids, Sassy Straits. I know these are all y'all's kids. If y'all don't go take care of your damn kids, what is going on?
It's just like, I'm not the type of person to feel sorry for myself, but I'm just, every time I look at my son, I just cry, because there's just no way. There's no way I put us in this position. Like, there's just no way, and I did. It is like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Please don't scroll. I'm really struggling right now, and I've never had to ask for help like this. My name is Deja. I'm a 25 newly single mom, and I'm 8 months pregnant with my second baby. I've always been told closed mouths.
Whole family here. Anybody interested? I be bringing y'all the women. What the fuck? Come on. SYCBM. SYCBM.
This is amazing.
She is 8 months pregnant, y'all. What is the problem? She got a kid and a 8-month-old. What is the problem? Yes, and it looks like she's in a shelter. What is the problem? I know y'all want to know, because I want to know. Not that I want to know, because I don't care. But these dumbass situations that these people put out on daggone internet. I have one kid and I'm 8 months pregnant in a shelter and I need help. Who got you pregnant? Where he at? Where he at? Live from New York, thank you so much, honey. He said, I'll donate some candles. Oh, to the other lady, because she didn't have any electricity, no lights, no water.
Don't get fed, so I'm opening mine today because I truly need help. A few weeks ago, I was in a car accident, and every dollar I had saved for my maternity leave had to go into fixing my car. Since I'm a server, I don't get paid maternity leave, so that money was supposed to get me and my babies through the next few months. And then right after the accident, our restaurant shut down, which left me completely jobless while this pregnant. I don't have 10K followers to get paid for this video. I don't have brand deals covering my bills, but I do have a GoFundMe in my link tree. If you can't donate, even just engaging from the bottom up so this video can reach someone who can. Thank you for listening, and thank you for any kindness you're able to give during one of the hardest times of my life.
If you don't mind, just please stay for 30 seconds and repost this video. I am currently homeless with my children, and I couldn't afford our room, so my kids are...
Hold on. Not only does she got yarn on the top of her head, homeless mom of 6 with no way to get a room. Please stay for 1 minute and repost. Thank God for Shay Sharday, so we don't have to go over there and do anything. GoFundMe, anybody? Well, no, I can't help y'all. Joe, what is going on? Romello, thank you, honey. He said, Messi, I already popped my balloon. No, I am not accepting that. I'm giving you another balloon. How about Yarnhead? Yarnhead, 8-month pregnant. The other one's in the dark. Don't even forget about the ones from Best Buy. All these options tonight. This is ladies' night, y'all. I didn't realize it. This is definitely ladies' night.
In the lobby right now, and I'm outside just trying to...
She cute with a nice round face and a nice black nose and a little bit of freckles. She cute. Anybody interested, Bueller?
To make a few videos to get help and just trying to get a few minutes to myself because I am very overwhelmed, stressed, and all the above. I do have a fundraiser, y'all, in my bio if you can help anyway. I prefer you send it to my cash app. This is in my bio as well because I need to book a room on 2 nights so we don't have to sit in the lobby all night. Because I don't have nowhere for us to go. I didn't make it to Texas to the shelter because that was very expensive. So I'm just trying to pay my room. I need to pay my room. Well, get a new room since I lost my last one. But I need to get a room so we're not just sitting tables and chairs all day.
If you're new here, my name is Rainy. I'm in my 20s. I'm a single mom, and right now I'm homeless, living out of car.
I'm sensing a theme. I'm sensing a theme.
With my 2-year-old son, Kai. It's not that easy to say out loud, but God told me to be obedient and honest during this season, even when it's painful. So here I am. My lease ended in June, and the apartments decided that they were not going to renew my lease because me and my mom were not seeing eye to eye, and she was my co-signer. It was way too expensive to maintain. By February.
So in other words, your mom took the time to co-sign for you to get an apartment. You didn't want to listen, but now it's just, oh, we just couldn't get along. Child, I've heard this before. You ain't want to listen.
If you're new here, my name is Rainey. I'm in my 20s. I'm a single mom, and right now I'm homeless, living out of car with my 2-year-old son, Kai. It's not that easy to say out loud, but God told me to be obedient and honest during this season.
So God told her to be obedient during the season.
This is amazing.
So God told her to be obedient during the season, but not to be obedient to her mom so she could continue to stay there. Child, Gen Z, y'all crazy. Live from New York, appreciate you. You said the theme is responsible mothers. Irresponsible? You spelled that wrong. Irresponsible?
Even when it's painful. So here I am. My lease ended in June, and the apartments decided that they were not going to renew my lease because me and my mom were not seeing eye to eye, and she was my co-signer. It was way too expensive to maintain. By February, I lost my job, but I was able to get a more affordable rental car, and then I started doing DoorDash and just other little delivery apps and stuff, gig apps that I could do in the meantime. I had already been doing that work before, so I was just trying to make ends meet however I could. But honestly, those apps was how I was surviving and how I put food in our mouths. That's how I kept gas in my tank. That's how I stayed afloat. But eventually, it really just started falling apart. Just recently, DoorDash deactivated me because they found out I was using my brother's account, and Lyft will not let me Lyft because I don't have my registration sticker. I just want to say,
I'm sure this is all white supremacy, discrimination, and racism. So you can't get along with your mom, even though she went ahead and co-signed for you to begin with. So in that year, you couldn't pay the rent. So mom must have been helping her pay the rent, allegedly. If not, some ninja was helping her. Now he ain't here no more. You can't do DoorDash because you were scamming that. You can't do whatever the hell else she just said. And you got a cat? I thought she was making something for the kid. Child, these people, I can't take it.
Even in the chaos, God still made a way. With the help of some truly kind people, I was able to get a cart in my name. And, this cart is just everything to us right now. It's our shelter, our safety, and our second chance. To everyone who's sent groceries, wipes, hygiene products, and more, thank you. Your kindness has kept us going. But currently, we are out of Pampers, and we need groceries to last at least for a week until I get my stamps. The diapers are on our Amazon wish list, which is linked in my bio. Every bit truly helps us.
Anybody, make sure you check the bios for the wish list, the GoFundMe, the Give, Send, Go, all of it. The Cash App, hit the Cash App, hit the Cash App. I'm sure the Cash App, I'm surprised it's not showing. Maybe Shay took it out. I'm telling you, these people know how to set up a camera and bag. If that's the NF, everybody got a kid.
Let's get through the day.
So being a single mom that's living in a shelter means I gotta provide dinner for tonight. So now I'm in the supermarket. My budget is $10. Baby, what you want to eat tonight? You want that ground beef? Me too, sis. Me too, but I'm getting it. All right, so this is already $4.12. I'm gonna put this one down because they got one for $4.05. That's even better. Okay, next week.
Not from 405 to 412 to 405. Not 412 to 405. That's a savings, y'all. That's the savings.
Gotta get some cheese for the tacos. This is $2.99. So next we're gonna get some sour cream. This is only $2. Got some taco seasoning for only $1. Yep, my total came up to $9.24. We have our groceries for tonight. Are you ready, boo-boo? Let's go get some food in our system. We got our groceries for under $10, and now we are walking back to the shelter. Okay, we are finally settled in for the day. Dinner is served. We have nachos with ground beef and cheese and sour cream, and then we got tacos. And my baby's gonna eat her beefaroni.
Hey y'all, it's me again. Them kids asleep off military.
So was she just standing there on the corner with a can? Anybody donating, Bueller? Anybody donating?
Tony, like I got somebody coming over. Oh, this is the shelter. I got a curfew and all that. It's Friday night and I can't go nowhere but here. So
wait a damn minute. You in the shelter.
This is amazing.
Sheltering it up. Single mom. Spiders, makeup and weave the fuck up. Priorities, yeah. Priorities. Anybody interested, Bueller? Anybody? Now I want some tacos. Let me Uber something. It's like, Big Joker. I see you, boo. He said, amazing how they're able to set the phones up in the tripods and get on CapCut to do these edits. All these dry begging independents. Strong and independent, but y'all need to go ahead and save them. SYCBM, gentlemen. SYCBM.
Here, let's talk about it. Y'all show is hard up in them comments, but in real life, I gave up everything to be in this shelter. No man ain't put no ring on his finger yet, but guess what? He will. I could be on OnlyFans, and I'm not. What? I'm really sacrificing for my kids. Wow.
Oh, that's the line. I could be on OnlyFans, but I'm not. Look at that. Sacrificing, waiting for one of y'all, because she knows she gonna get married. Okay, come get her.
I need a cookie. But of course, y'all not gonna give it to me. That's okay. I'll bake them. Speaking of baking, oh, y'all was on me about the food in my refrigerator. Okay, it wasn't none. Just like I gotta take out the trash and there's pillows everywhere. Okay, I got badass kids, I told y'all. But bam, I got food in the refrigerator. So how you like me now? Huh? Oh, you want my cash app? Oh, okay. That's what I thought. So let me go back to reading my spiritual warfare prayer book, because Lord knows I need it.
A spiritual welfare while you prancing around in your underwear. And y'all be falling for it.
Amazing.
Y'all be falling for it. I know y'all do. I know Kay is about to send her a cash app. Y'all know it. I know it. Fit Granny said, I don't donate to women with kids on the street because I know some programs will help them before they'll help a man. You got that right. We went over all those programs like 2 to 3 years ago. All of them. And there is a lot. There are a lot. Shout out to Live from New York. I appreciate you, honey. He said, I have no chance. These broke mamas still require I drive nothing less than a BMW or a Hellcat. I think you need to oblige. I think you need to oblige. Go get her. She good looking. You see what she look like. Spiders makeup and weave. Y'all, she could be doing OF and she not. She not doing OF.
And then I'm gonna get to them DMs because Lord knows there's a lot of them and I got to answer them.
I'm not embarrassed or ashamed or, feel less of myself because I had to move me and my 1-year-old in the shelter. It ain't like I fucked no money up because I wanted to be out partying, drinking, smoking. Like, it was none of that, baby. I was strictly on mommy duties. Before I wound up getting evicted, I just went and spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on my 1-year-old birthday party. Like, I had no clue that I was going to injure myself a couple weeks later and be out of work for 3-4 months with no income. Like,
this sounds like a Baltimore accent.
Shit be happening, life be happening. Like, a bitch cannot look down on me. Like, a motherfucker cannot make me feel less than. Like, yeah, like, I'm not no shitball. I do what the fuck needs to be done to get the paper. I ain't never sold a piece of ASS in my life. Never. I was a full-blown, cold-blooded trapper. But since my son been here in this world, I don't fuck around. No more. I'm trying to do everything the right way. So, yeah, though. That's that on that, though. I just had to clear that up for the bitches in the bit.
Ashley, how you doing? I'm doing all right. How old are you, Ashley? 36. Where you from? Jacksonville. How long have you been homeless?
I've been homeless for almost 2 months.
2 months? What caused you to be homeless, Ashley?
My job.
Your job? What happened?
I was working at Hardee's and my job couldn't let me off in time. So I had to go on leave early and I had to be back at the shelter by 12 o'clock. Well, about 1:30.
Okay, so you were working, but in order for you to get a bed at the shelter, you have to be here at 2.
Right.
And they let you go?
Yes.
Okay. And how have you been sleeping in the shelter?
I've been sleeping on the streets here and there. It'd be times where, like, I may come up here and go to sleep, or I may walk a little bit further down and go to sleep.
Okay. And what is it like on the streets,
Well, for me to be I'll be 9 months on the 12th of this month. So it's kind of rough.
Yeah.
Kind of hard.
You'll be 9 months pregnant?
Yes, on the 12th of August. I'm doing September.
You're doing September. And you don't have a plan right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're going to help you out and make sure we get you some housing. So do you have any family support? Anybody come out here and check on you out on the streets? No? What's some things you've been experiencing on the streets?
I've been experiencing hurt. I've been experiencing pain. I've been having people come in up here threatening me, saying they're going to harm me, they're going to harm my child. And I don't feel comfortable staying out here. The only person that I do have is just my son. That's it. I don't have no one else.
Yeah.
I have 4 other kids, and I have to worry about them. But my main
Hold on. Did she say she got 4 other kids? Hold on.
I've been having people come in up here threatening me, saying they're going to harm me, they're going to harm my child. And I don't feel comfortable staying out here. The only person that I do have is just my son. That's it. I don't have no one else.
Yeah.
I have 4 other kids, and I have to worry about them. But my main focus on right now is my son. And I don't like being out here. I don't like it. Hurts because me being out here every day, being 9 months pregnant, close to it, I can't do it.
Right. Now,
are we ever going to learn any lessons, y'all? Are we ever going to learn any lessons or what? Fit Granny, thank you so much for the Cash App. I appreciate you. Very, very generous of you. Shout out to you. Shout out to all of y'all. Thank you for being here. thank you, Fit Granny. That's right. This one is 36 years old, right? Not.
Exactly are you due?
I'm due September 12th.
September 12th, that's right around the corner. Okay, almost a month away. Now, where are your other 4 kids, if you don't mind me asking?
They're with family.
They're with family. Okay, but you're not able to see them, I'm assuming?
I'm able to see my oldest 2.
Okay.
But I'm not able to see the youngest. I had a situation a while back, domestic violence, and it caused for my youngest 2 to get taken. I had a DCF case, and it hurted me, but at least I know that they're well taken care of, they're okay. As long as I know I can get pictures, I'm good. But they're my main concern right now. My 2. Oldest kids, they're okay, they're good. Being pregnant, I cannot. I mean, if it's possible, you know what I'm saying, for me to get permanent housing, I will take it. It doesn't matter where it's located. I need something as soon as possible, at least for my son.
Right. What I'm gonna try to do is get you somewhere just temporarily, like in a hotel or something like that, while we try to apply for you permanent housing, just so you can kind of get off these streets. Okay, Ashley? Okay, I'm gonna get in touch with you later today.
All right, I've had enough.
This is amazing.
I'm tapping out. I can't. This is crazy. I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. I'm just speechless. I'm speechless. Not from New York, I appreciate you. He said, these women make it seem like giving birth is easy. If us men could get pregnant, I'd be scared shitless. I just don't know what else to. I don't know what to say, y'all. I just don't know what to say. Because no matter what I say, it's wrong. Somebody's going to be upset. You don't understand. They're going to be offended. It's not their fault. It's somebody. For all of the things, one thing that these biatches know how to do is get pregnant. Out of all things, they know how to get pregnant. Someone will say it's a coping mechanism. They just trying to feel love, whatever the reasons are. There's 4 kids that aren't here, 1 that she has with her, and then 1 that she's about to have. How many people was pregnant in this shit? And whatever, y'all. I can't do it. Shout out to Shay Sade, though. Ooh, Lord help your people. Like, seriously. Fit Granny said, I told my friends and family members who are anti-Trump about the Trump account for their children and grandchildren, especially the ones who had children last year. I totally forgot about that. That's not an incentive to have kids, in my opinion. That's definitely not an incentive to have kids, for sure. Child, you got the ones in the shelter, the ones that are already pregnant. Everybody's about to bust, but no one has anybody. Okay. Pregnancy sometimes is a paycheck. She gambled wrong with her. It definitely is for some people, but this is just all kinds of crazy wrong. Not just the last one that definitely got me, because I feel like she's not really all the way there. If that makes sense, I feel like she's not really there. And I'm not saying that it ain't no trauma there, but while all the people that want to say that just listen to me, I know what's good, vote Democrat, and I hate to make it political, but when it comes to doing something, this is where work needs to be done, instead of being up on these damn panels talking about how everybody is racist and you need to do what the hell I say that you need to do. That's the problem. That's not helping nobody. I don't care what anybody says. That stuff is just to be on the internet fighting so that they can get what it is that they want. They don't give a damn about the damn community. They don't. They don't. Because honestly, this is the community. I'm not saying that that's the, you know, the Black community as a whole, but it's enough. How come when, you know, all these people fighting for Roe v. Wade, and then you're in a situation where you probably should have did a Roe v. Wade, you don't do it. But in situations where you probably don't need to do it, that's when you do it. Like, everything is backwards. Everything is, if I say the sky is blue, then it's really orange. If I say it's purple, then it's really blue. Nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. And there's so many people that support the nonsense that makes no sense, instead of pushing what makes sense and what is proven to have worked. But everybody don't need nobody. Everybody can do it all by themselves. Everybody know everything. And we've all been in a situation where, you know, we thought we knew more than our parents, of course, and we knew everything, and we wanted to get out of the house, and we wanted to get our life started, and you're not going to tell me. We all been there and done that. But y'all, I'm just trying to understand, how downtrodden do you have to be until it's like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. This ain't working for me. This don't make no sense. And then the one with all the spiders and makeup and weave bragging about living in the shelter, and then putting the shit on the internet to try to monetize it. Child, just watch this video. Just donate to my GoFundMe. Just donate to my Cash App. Just donate. Putting this foolishness out here on the internet. Then somebody talk about it. Then somebody mad. Which we would have never known if you didn't put it out here on the damn internet. But where's the work being done, like, within the community for stuff like this? Where's the work being done? This is what I'm talking about. Instead of sitting up there with, you know, Billy Porter talking about Nicki Minaj, how that's going to help the community? How is that going to help the community? But that's what everybody supports, because they so engulfed about Democrats and Republican and who's racist and who's not. This is the actual problem exactly right here. These people think this stuff is cool and is cute, and all it does is put everybody behind the 8 ball, just like somebody just said, hustling backwards. These be the same people talking about strong, independent, I don't need a man, and I do more for men, and I got more than men. And then somebody says, you know, you probably should get married. You're not going to tell me I don't need to be married. And then we'll tell ya that you need to make, like Nick said, 6 figures, 6 inches, and 6, whatever the other 6 is, and telling y'all what y'all got to do after these people done fuck the fuck up they daggone lives. And where are these ninjas that's responsible for these kids, made these kids? Now we're not allowed to ask those questions, except it's a question that seems to come up over and over and over again. Same question, different biatch. Same question, different biatch. You outside of great, you had to make the decision to lay down with that person. This is what I would say when I be saying that people don't take the time to get to know each other. They don't take the time to get to know the person that they decide to lay with them raw, mind you, then end up getting pregnant. You don't even know those people. And ain't nobody there trying to teach them that. And then when you come out here and it's all whoredom all over the place, they just continue it on and wash, rinse, repeat. It's the same shit over and over and over again. Nothing ever changes till the next ninja comes and says something like, yeah, you cute girl. And that's just enough. Well, where are the standards? Oh yeah, there's no standards with the rest of the world. All this goes together. All of this goes together. If there's no standards with regard to anything, then how do we expect there to be standards here? If it's okay to become a OF person, then how can you say there needs to be standards here? If it's okay to get on this daggone internet and talk about all the escapades, sexcapades, whatever the hell it is that you want to talk about for content, for whatever the reasons are, then you can't turn around and then say that this ain't acceptable. I mean, we know that it's not. You got to call out all the bad behavior, but the community don't want to do that. They just want to support anything and everything, much like Democrats do, which is probably why they align so damn well. They align so damn well, and Black people stay in the same places Not all, but stay in the same place. Nothing changes. And then they say the shit about nobody ever comes to the hood. Don't nobody ever help us. Nobody requires anything. Nobody requires anything. Child, y'all don't even require anything for yourselves. So you think that there's somebody else that's supposed to fight for the rest of your existence in life? Then thinking that the damn benefits are supposed to be forever, and then thinking that that's some source that's wonderful. Being tied to the damn government for your every need, whether it's federal, whether it's state level, whether it's ma'am Danby, is never a good thing. I don't care what anybody says. It can be a temporary thing to move you forward to wherever you need to get to, but to be on that shit and be on it forever is never a good thing. I mean, if that's the life you want to live, then that's the life you want to live. That's why you got all these people over here with no heat. The night shift building elevators ain't working. They got the rats. No one is coming to help with that heat. Nobody's coming to help with that water. They ain't got no hot water. They got no place to go. Child, y'all voted for Ma'am Danby because y'all thought you was going to get something for free. Nothing is free. Nothing. There's a cost to everything. Y'all willing to pay the cost? Y'all willing to pay the cost? I'm not willing to pay the cost to be dependent for food and anything like that from the government. I'm not. I am not. I am not. So if that means I got to be on YouTube, and I don't have to be on YouTube, but this is a hobby, but child, if it's going to help me, did I tell you? I didn't tell y'all. I booked a cruise. I'm going to take my granddaughter on a cruise. Shout out to her. My first cruise booked for 2026. I'm going to take my granddaughter on a cruise. So I look forward to that. I think we'll have a great, great time. I'm so excited. I don't know. People got to want more for themselves. People got to be willing to do the work. People have to understand that you have to work. You have to do something. You cannot just sit around and wait for someone to take care of you. If you want somebody to take care of you, act like you got some sense, find a partner, get married, have a family thereafter. You pool your money. All this, you got to make 6 figures to take care of me and mine. Y'all sound crazy. Y'all sound half damn stupid at the end of the day. Who wants to be 20 and be a single mom? 20 anything and be a single mom? That don't even sound like it's a good time. Child, enough of the time being a mom period ain't a good time, but you get over it. There's plenty of good, but there's plenty of not so good. And that's the reason why you need a partner, so that when it's not so good, you can say, here, you take her, and then go get yourself some damn sanity. That's a real thing. That is a real thing. And then you never know, God forbid, if something wrong with your kid, then you got to deal with all that on top of everything else. Why would you want to do that by yourself? How many examples do we need to see before somebody starts to freaking get it? Anyway, thank you, Prince. I appreciate you, boo. He said, here's a 20 for the epic roast. She keep cooking them LTMs, low testosterone males, bitch ass ninjas. Definitely that. Thank you so much, Pooh. I appreciate you. Shay Sharday, I blame you. That last segment just tired me all the way out. The eviction was one thing, but that last one just tired me the entire hell out. I don't even want to eat, y'all. I'm going to crawl in the bed. Anyway. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. A little bit over 2 hours. I can't do it no more. I got to be done today. Hopefully ARP is on tomorrow. Hopefully y'all will come back through. I may do an early live stream for a little bit, depending on what's going on. See if we hear anything from Anton. Hopefully all is well with his daughter and the rest of his family. I don't care what the rest of these niggas got to say. Y'all make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Shout out to the chat. It's the best chat on YouTube. Y'all are half damn crazy all the damn time. And we love that around here. Shout out to everyone that donated. I see you. I appreciate you. Shout out to all the channel members. Thank you so much for all of your support. Shout out to the mods, the best mods around. Shout out to Aliyah. I appreciate y'all. I see you all in the next.